My name is Ryan Bourke. I have a guest on the show. His name is Steve Hooper. Welcome.
Thank you, Ryan. It's wonderful to be here on your show. I'm honored.
So tell me how you got started being a photographer.
Oh, well, I started in the early 70s, and I worked in Chicago. And in 1988, I moved all the way back here to Keene and started at the Keene Sentinel, where I've been for 24 years, and have had fun taking pictures and covering the history of the community in the newspaper. I've even photographed you in Special Olympics.
It was fun.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun going all the way over and getting you in the track meets. That's the type of thing I really enjoy, is covering all of these events and putting the pictures in the newspaper.
There's something I want to say. This weekend I had a track tournament. In the 400 meter, I came in first place.
Oh, fantastic!
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're really getting to be a track star, Ryan. You know, I figure if I'm taking pictures of you on the track, if I don't put the camera at high speed, you're going to be so blurry because you're going so fast. I got to get the high speed going, and even then, I don't know if I'll catch you. That's amazing. And I guess you're bowling. I get pictures in the Keene Sentinel of the bowling tournaments.
Yep.
And a lot of different things that are covered, like basketball. Yeah, that's great.
So tell me about the Monadnock film.
Oh, thank you. Well, you know, I'm busy at the paper, but I've got a few other things, irons on the fire, as they say. And I'm doing a documentary with a group of local Keene and area citizens about the mountain, Mount Monadnock. Have you ever climbed that?
I have.
Uh-huh. That's not an easy mountain to climb, but when you get to the top, isn't it beautiful?
It is.
Yeah. And so what we're doing is we're covering the history of the mountain. There's so much history. There's like painters, and there's poets, and there's artists of all sorts, writers. They've all done work on Mount Monadnock. And then the hikers have done so many wonderful things on the mountain, as far as bringing the mountain to life. You know, one of the things is we're covering a person that climbed the mountain 16 times in 24 hours.
Wow.
Can you imagine that?
That's a lot.
Yeah. No, I've climbed the mountain one time in 24 hours.
Now they're saying it's easy to climb up, but it's harder to climb down.
It is, because I think it's harder on the knees. Is it hard on your knees?
Sometimes.
Yeah. Well, it's hard on my knees, and when I get to the bottom, I'm looking to take a big break, because it's taken me as long to come down as it did to go up. And so the name of our film is called Monadnock, the Mountain That Stands Alone. And it's a group of people, as I mentioned, and the name of our film company is called Rabbit Ear Films. And so we're going to do a 90-minute documentary on the mountain and cover all the history of it from the very beginning to the 21st century. So it's very exciting. And I got into video and filmmaking about 15 years ago, just dabbled in it. And then at the Keene Sentinel, I was able to get some video work done for the sentinelsource.com. And do you remember that? Do you remember me putting some video together on your story?
I do. Like Steve did Ryan's Day out on the town and so forth, like that. And you did a very nice job with that.
Well, thanks a lot, Ryan. I appreciate that. Well, you know, I think it depends on how good the subject is in the film, and you were perfect for that. I had fun doing that. And then, guess what? You got to the point where, you know, you said, okay, Steve, you know, it's been nice knowing you. I appreciate all the things you've done, but I've got to go and get up to the next level. And so I'm going to go up and produce my own shows and be, you know, that's pretty neat.
And that was the big stuff. This one for him.
Absolutely.
Huge stuff. And
I think it's great.
And that was my dream.
I know, and I think that's great. And you know, just having you go ahead and host a couple shows. It's your second show you're hosted, right? Yeah. What was your first show?
My first show was stand-up comedy.
Yeah. Okay, and that's seen all over the world, right?
It is.
Yeah.
Even in California.
Yeah. That's great. Well, isn't film and TV fun? Isn't that? Sort of all of the cameras and the editing and stuff. It's a lot of fun.
When I first started this, I was a little nervous because I say, I wonder what people would think about it. And so I kept on doing it, and I say, it's not bad.
No. Do you think you're doing it as a community service? You're helping the community out. Is that what you think, maybe, about doing this?
Okay.
Entertaining?
Yep.
I think it's fun. We need more entertainment and comedy, don't we?
We do.
There's too little of it.
I mean, one year, Robin Williams came to Keene, and he did a little bit of comedy when he came.
That's fantastic. Well, I appreciate you checking in with me on the documentary project, and I might, if I could, do a little plug for the listeners out there at Cheshire TV land, that if they want to know more about the film documentary, Mount Monadnock, the mountain that stands alone, they're welcome to give me a call at 357-8356. That is my home number. They can give me a call, and I can fill them in on the Mount Monadnock project.
Now, I had a question. How would they be able to see it? On Sentinel Source?
Yeah, Sentinel Source is as far as seeing the documentary. That will be one possibility, but I wanted to tell you that we're going to be showing this on Cheshire TV as well, because Cheshire TV has been very helpful in allowing us to use some of their TV equipment and film equipment for the producing of the documentary. And so our producers want to give back to the television station, and we're going to certainly offer them the opportunity to air the film documentary for their viewers. And then we hope to get this either at the Park Theater in Jaffrey or at the Colonial in Keene, or both. Wow. So that the public can see the film. And then hopefully we'll get to film festivals, and then our ultimate goal is public television.
Wow, that's a big goal.
It is a big goal, and you know about goals, one step at a time, right, Ryan?
That's right.
You can't get too far ahead of yourself. So the completion date for the film is summer of 2013, and at that point we would be beginning the screening and the distribution of the film to the area. And the other thing we can't forget is that this will be presented locally at historical societies and schools, if they wish to, for their history department. We want to share this for education purposes for the students of the region. So that's keeping me busy. And then I think we've got one thing that we can talk about too, if you want, is another thing that we're doing in Keene called Photos on Foot. historic tours. And do we have time to chat a bit about that?
We do.
Oh, thank you, Ryan. Yeah, well, you know, when you walk around Keene, you see a lot of interesting buildings, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You know, there's a lot of history to the buildings. And guess what? I'm going to be working with another person, Meg Kupiec, and Meg and I are going to be doing photo tours and talking about the history of Keene, all of the architecture, the buildings, the people of Keene for the past couple centuries, and walk around Keene on foot and take pictures of all of the wonderful historic architecture and other things in Keene. So it's going to be a photo course and a history lesson. And again, it's called Photos on Foot, Historic Tours. And what do you think about all of the history of Keene? Do you have a favorite building in Keene that you look at?
I like Lady's Diner.
Oh, isn't that a piece of history?
It's been in since 50s, okay, 50s or 60s.
Oh, yeah. What's your favorite meal there?
Grilled cheese.
Ooh, okay. Well, that's terrific. And you know all of the waitresses there?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. How about the owner, Nancy? You know her?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So how often do you go there?
I wish to go there 3 days a week.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Well, that's terrific. So you've taken photos around the region, haven't you, as well?
I have.
Yeah. With you went around with a video camera, didn't you?
I did.
Where did you go?
Well, I'm in a movie named. It was named New Ventures in New Hampshire, and I went around Keene, Vermont, and Richmond, New Hampshire.
And what was your favorite place when you went all around those places?
I liked Vermont.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Guess where I was born?
Vermont.
Mm-hmm. It's a very nice state. I like it a lot. And then I think you went over to the airport too, didn't you?
It did.
Yeah. Well, that's what's fun about taking pictures, and what's fun about this Photos on Foot historic tours is that you can find beauty and architectural interest to photograph in any building, any part of a building. You just have to look for it, and your eye has to see it, right?
That's right.
And that's what you did when you photographed and videotaped the area, right? You looked for the best shots. Yeah.
I'm surprised people on the streets come up to me and say, I saw you on TV.
Yeah, I think that's great. You know, because if you have share what you like to do on TV, I think that's really fun. And what we are going to be doing with the Photos on Foot is kind of sharing two things: history and photography, and go that route. And hey, folks, if they're interested in doing a history tour, it's coming up Saturday, May 26th. Coming up shortly. They're welcome to give me a call at home too. Another plug, 357-8356. They can call me, and if they're interested in the photo tour with history involved, give me a call. We can talk about it. So, yeah, what would TV be without plugs, right?
That's what
Hey, I mean that's a way to get the word out as far as community events and stuff, and worthy events. And I think your show is a worthy event, along with the stand-up comedy show, which was great. And I just want to thank you so much for having me on the show and chatting today.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. Yeah, so we're gonna take a little break here.
Yep. Hi, oh. Hi, I had a very good friend on the show today. His name was Steve Hooper, and I want to thank you for coming on the show. And now I'm gonna continue off and say that, well, I want to talk about a little bit about LifeArt. I have tons of friends in LifeArt, and one of them is Tina Howe, and I think she's a very nice woman, and she loves going to LifeArt, and I know her from Special Olympics, basketball, and half of track, and also like LifeArt. We today, this morning, we made waffles in LifeArt today. So I had fun time with that, and I want to mention also have another friend named Brandy, and I want to bring this up. When I see her, I want to tell her that I met her on TV, and also I like karaoke. Today I did a song by the Beach Boys, and I want to share this with the viewers out there. And it goes like this. It goes, there's a world where I can go and tell my secrets to. In my room, in my room, in my room. In this world I like all my worries and my fears. In my room, in my room, in my room. Do my dreaming and my scheming. Lie awake and pray. Do my crying and my sighing. Life I yesterday. Now it's dark and I'm alone, but I won't be afraid. In my room, in my room, in my room, in my room. I did that song today in LifeArt, but I didn't do it like I did now. I did it with a CD. I'm just trying to say to all you viewers, if you do a song like that, it's good to practice and keep on doing it every time so you can get it right, and so you won't make a mistake. And you know, if you make a mistake by doing it, that's okay too, because nobody is perfect. And but just to do it is doing the best you can, and to do it for a long time, and so forth. Also, I want to say, I think LifeArt is a very good place, and I got lots and lots of friends over there, and I say, yep. On Tuesday morning, they do bingo in the morning, and I think they do a good job of that. So next time I'll go back to LifeArt, which will be after this, I want to say to Brandon, Ali, guess what I talked about in the show tonight? LifeArt. David Jackson came up to say to Brandy, excuse me, last week, and David Jackson told us, say, Chris Coates talk about LifeArt on the show, and Brandy said, I hope it's not bad. She said, you say, I hope it's all good. So I have fun in LifeArt, being with my friends, talking to each other, and so forth, and so on, and so on. And also, before we run out of time, I want to say I work at the KEENE Sentinel. I work in the mail room, and I've been there for 8 years, and I want to say that I have very nice friends and workers. I do a very good job. It's all forth and so on. Well, I want to say thank you for seeing the show today, and have a good night, and see you next week.